Hi guys, my name is Mr.Jarod and I'll be teaching you word form today. So a lot of you asked me about the format, asked me about how to answer word form properly, what are the tips, what are the tricks to answering word form. So I've prepared some tips and tricks, some clues that can help you answer the questions. Actually, word form, if you compare it to like essay or writing summary, word form is very systematic. It has a very it is quite there's a limited amount of answers that you can have when answering word form questions. Okay, you are not going to they ask you to answer about like employ. They're not going to ask you to write a job, or you're not going to be writing workers. The word must be from employ. So employee, employer, employment, employees. Okay, so there's a limited number of answers that you can have. Okay? So word form is actually it is quite, I would say, rigid. 它蛮死了的，它蛮固定的。OK， 它不会跑来跑去的。So the answer, but how do we find the answer? So I'll be hold on. Let me share the quiz link again. Those that have not joined, please join the quiz. Thank you. So you can answer the questions together. Okay, so word form. Every time they ask me about clues, the first thing you need to know about word form is there are only 4 types of answers. Not 4 answers, but only the 4 types of words that this one is called parts of speech. So there are nouns, there are verbs, there are adjectives and adverbs. Okay, let me repeat. There are nouns 名词 verbs 动词 adjectives 形容词 adverbs 副词 Okay, so the basic building block of a sentence is a noun and a verb. Okay, 最基本最基础的是一个名词一个动词。So like for example, I run, he swims, they talk. So the most basic components of a sentence is a noun and a verb. 最基本的是一定要有名词，一定要有动词。OK， 这些是多余的 adjective 跟 adverb 是多余，是过后加上去的，过后形容的。So adjective 拿来形容名词 ，adverb 是形容动词，通常 sometimes they also describe adjectives. Okay, so 你看 adverb describe adjective 也 describe verb. Okay, so this one okay. So there are 4 main parts: 名词、动词、形容词 and 副词。So 名词 for example, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, Ali, Abu. Or employee, employer. Okay, verbs 动词都你做东西的。So run, swim, sleep. Adjective 是形容名词的。So for example, beautiful, handsome, tall, short. Adverbs is usually adverbs have the ly one. So for example, carefully, gracefully, fittingly, lovely. You know, lovely is a adjective. Most of the verbs, most adverbs have ly. Okay, have ly. Heavily. Okay, heavily. 很重的. Okay, so once we know this, then we can go on to the next part. So the first quiz. Let's do the first quiz. Those that have not joined, please join. Thank you. I have 64 people, 7 people have not joined. Please join the quiz. Put in the code 04423. They keep dangerous in a safe place. Okay, so look at this sentence. I think most of you did answer the question. So look at this question. They keep dangerous in a safe place. Dangerous 是形容词来形容它的名词，所以这个是形容词，所以后面一定要有名词。所以的名词是 chemicals。The noun is chemicals. Okay, a lot of chemicals. Yes. Why did you raise your hand? What is wrong? I cannot see where you raise your hand. What's wrong? What's wrong? I saw someone raise their hand. I don't see it anymore. Any questions put in Q&A or not? I'll go into the next one. Okay, so you know it is a noun here because this one is an adjective. 它这个形容词形容后面的那个名词。哎，看这个句子里面，它其实没有名词。They keep dangerous. They keep dangerous 是什么东西？它没有讲出来。So you know this one is a noun. So the answer is chemicals. Right? So adjective 形容名词。Right? Sometimes 还有会两个形容词才名词。The tall, handsome man. Okay? The tall, dark, and handsome man. Okay, next question. This one I forgot to put a full stop there. If you have any questions, put in Q&A so I can see clearly. If no, then I'll assume that you understand. If I see a lot of people answering correctly, then I'll assume that everybody understands. Okay, he has a very nature. Okay, so yeah, good job, everyone. So he has a very, so you're describing nature. Nature 是它的名词来的，所以你要形容它名词 ，you need to use the adjective here. Okay, nature 这个是名词，所以你要形容它名词，所以 you use the adjective here. Yep. Okay, so and you can see why do you know you need a noun here? Why do you know the nature? 你讲找 nature 是 noun。看到这个 and 后面一定有名词，可能有形容词。The a very nature 已经是它名词了，所以你要找它的形容它的 nature 的形容词。So a very competitive nature. A chair 你已经有它名词了，所以你要找它的形容词 a comfortable chair. OK， 如果它已经还有它的形容词，可是你知道 a and 一定有名词，说它的如果它答案是这边的后面的话，你就知道它的答案是名词。哎，你知道它答案是个 noun。OK I think most people get this. Is that okay? I'll go to the next one. Even if you know the answer, it's good to know the rules so you can check your answer after you finish doing. Okay? Even if you know the answer, you're very comfortable answer, sometimes you can use it to check the rules. Check the rules to see whether my answer makes sense or not. So for example, in this one, a lot of you may know the and the, you need a noun. But how many of you know in, on, at, you also need a noun. Okay, in, on, at, for, from, to, all of this is nouns. And all of these are prepositions. Okay, so prepositions is followed by a noun. Prepositions are always followed by a noun. 可能后面可能中间会有形容词 ，but it still needs a noun. So, sorry, sentence here no. Okay, so sorry, lagging. Okay, so he lives in Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is a place, so it's a noun. He lives in comfort. Comfort 在舒适的地方，在舒适的环境下， so 也是名词。So remember, in, on, at, for, from, all the prepositions, you need noun. What are you talking about? I'm talking about him. I'm talking about the United States. I'm talking about Donald Trump. All are nouns. Okay, so preposition 后面一定有名词，可能有形容词。Okay, next one. Right? Can I go next? Okay. Okay. So here, you see what is your 什么？your 是你，它不是你啊，它是你的。your 你要记得它是你的，所以你看，美丽的花，你的重量。So 你的 here, your here is a adjective. It is what we call a possessive adjective. 是讲是属于谁的。Your, my, his, her, all are possessive adjective. 主要是讲它后面一定有名词，它们跟 adjective 是一样的。So 有时候也是会有可能是 your beautiful husband, your beautiful wife. Okay, so 它们跟 adjective 是一样的，所以它的用处跟 adjective is the same. It's the same function as an adjective. My, your, our, their, his, her, its. Okay, quite easy. Everyone got right. Next one. Quite easy, most of it. I just want you to know basic concepts that I'm talking about. Okay. So here, look at this don't. Don't is do not. So it's what we call is a dummy do. 所以它其实还没有什么作用的 don't。它没有什么作用，它没有什么意思的，它没有 it doesn't bring meaning, doesn't bring meaning to the sentence one. OK， 它只是帮助另一个字罢了。So please do not disturb. So when you see do, does, did， 它后面那个动词是原本的动词来。The verb that follows after do, does or did is a base verb. Okay, the verb that follows after do, does and did 是 base verb 来的这个很多人知道啊。Okay, then I'll go next. I should have put in more, fill in the blanks questions. I just want to introduce to you these basic concepts. Okay. So he tried to the story for the younger audience. Okay. He tried to do something. He tried to. So here is what you call a to infinitive. Okay. To, I want to kiss you. I want to love you. He tried to. So the answer is simplify, not simple, not simplified. Okay, so to infinitive 它后面的那个动词是原本的动词来的。Simple is not a verb， simple 不是动词 ，simple 是adjective 来的，所以它的动词是 simplify。He tried to simplify the story. Okay, this one is what we call a past participle. So this one is not the answer. So the answer is simplify. Okay. So to infinitive, base verb. Okay. So to eat, to drink, to love, to kiss. So but you need to be careful sometimes because to can be a preposition, especially in phrasal verb. So I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to this meeting. I look forward to Japan. Okay. Sometimes not 不是 to 后面一定是 base verb. Sometimes it can be a preposition also. So 如果它是 preposition 后面名词。But most of the time, if you're not sure, you put a base verb. If you're not sure, you put the base verb. Huh? Okay, my timer is all out of whack. I don't know how much time you guys have left. Okay, time's up. Okay. So you can the butter by warming it gently. Okay, can is what we call a modal verb. So when you look at words like can, should, could, would, can, could, would, should, and will, would, 它后面的动词也是 base verb。base verb 不是 base word 啊，不是原本的字啊，是原本的动词啊。So you can soft 原本的动词是 soften， 把它弄软 ，make it softer. So you can soften the butter by warming it gently. So you make the butter softer. So you can soften the butter. So all these words you need to have base verb. So let me remind you, there are three places where you need to use base verb. 在 do, does, did 的后面，在 to infinitive 的后面，还有 last one is modals, can, could, will, should, would. All of these words you need to have base verb. Okay, three, yeah? Do, does, did, to infinitive, and third one is can, could, will, should. Okay. Almost all the time you have the base verb here for these three words, for these three clues. Next one. Am I going next? Wait, I'm lagging. I'm lagging horribly. Oh. Oh, I'm lagging so much. my screen. Sorry, guys, I lost connection for a bit. Okay. Okay, just now you remember, right? In is a preposition, so 后面一定有名词，它后面一定有名词。But then this sentence is like missing something. It's like he assisted in solution the puzzle. It doesn't make sense. Answer doesn't make sense. It's like in 我知道，Mr. Jarod 讲 in 一定后面的名词，可是如果它是 solution 的话 the answer doesn't make sense here. Okay, so here we have what we call a gerund, okay, or a 动名词。Okay, 动名词 so it has the function of a verb and also a noun. So 如果 in 后面还要名词solving 是一个 gerund，ing 的是一个 gerund，so 它名词对了，它这边也是有一个动词的 function， 还是讲要解决这个 puzzle，so it has both the function of a noun and a verb. So the answer is solving. Okay, the answer is not solution. It does not solve. Okay, so preposition 后面一定有 noun. So 如果它的那 preposition 后面是动词的话，它动词要变成 gerund， 要变成动名词。For example, he succeeded in solving the puzzle. So in 后面你这边要有动词的，这个字要有动词的，因为他讲还要 solve 那 puzzle。so 可是它前面有 preposition 哦，所以这个动词要变成动名词，要加 ing， 所以它能是所以还能因为 preposition 后面有名词。Okay, so let me repeat. So here you need a verb. Okay, then because this one is preposition, so 它的 verb 要变成gerund, because gerund is both a verb and also a noun. Okay, the tourists are interested in learning how to weave a mat. Okay, they want to learn how to weave a mat. 可是这边前面有一个 in， 所以它的 learn 变成 learning. Okay, and next one. Okay. Here, look at this sentence. They have been frustrated that our city schools were people who were illiterate. Okay. They were, what were they doing to the people? Okay. So here is a continuous tense. Okay. When it is a continuous tense, your verb you also change into ing. Okay, so 它前面有 is, am, are, was, were， 然后后面是动词的话，它动词要 ing。Okay， 动词要 ing。所以他们 schools 弄这些学生毕业，所以他们是 ing。Look at the example. Look at the explanation here. So if a verb follows after be and is an active tense, so be 变成 ing。如果它是is, am, are, was, were， 然后后面是动词的话，主动的动词的话，它要变成 ing。So he is looking for a job， 不是 he is looked， 不是 he is look。He is looking for a job。所以他主动去找那个工作的。我主动的什么意思？主动是他去做那个 action 的。 So he is 他去找那个工作 he is looking for a job. The schools are graduating students. 他们学校给他们毕业，他们主动给他们毕业的。So they were graduating students. 如果 is MR was for 后面有主动的动词的话，它动词变成 ing. OK 啊 ，can 啊。Next one. Oh. Okay, a kilo of heroin was inside the lining of the suitcase. So heroin is drugs. It's a type of drugs. So this heroin, you can see this heroin hiding inside the lining of a suitcase. You cannot hide inside. 它不能主动躲在里面，它是被人家藏在里面。OK， 如果它被人家藏在里面，它是被动的。它被动的话用 past participle. So the answer is hidden. The answer is hidden. Hide, hid, hidden. 你要用它的 past participle， 因为为什么？因为这边它是被动的，它是被动的，它是被躲在里面，它被藏在里面，它被藏在那个行李包里面。So if a word follows after be is MR was verb 的话，如果 is MR was verb， 然后后面动词它是被动的话，要用它的 past participle。past participle 是什么呢 ？past participle 是第三个了。Eat, ate, eaten. Attack, attacked, attacked. Hide, hid, hidden. Hidden 那个第三个 ，eaten 第三个，它被吃了，被藏起来的，被攻击的。如果是被动的话，你要 past participle； 主动的话，你要 present participle ing。主动 ing， 被动ed en。Okay, next one. So this we're going through all the clues first, We're going through all the clues. So far, we learned about nouns, we learned about verbs. We are learning about verbs now. Okay, we're learning about verbs now. Okay, so I have to Mexico in the last year. I have. Here, have does not mean the meaning of 我有 Mexico. 这个是讲我有去过 Mexico. So here, have is what you call a perfect tense. Okay, perfect tense 后面也是要用 past participle. Okay, do I have anything else? Okay, have 包括我讲 have 的时候，包括 have, has and had. 它后面也是要 past participle or what I call papa. Past participle. So past participle 第三个了。So is 变成is, was, been. 它变成了 past participle. Be 变成 been. Okay 啊 ？Do I have an example here? Yep. So Mary has loved chocolate since she was a little girl. She has. So 这个 love 它的 love 的 past participle 是 loved. Okay, my car has broken down 3 times this week. So broken, break, broke, broken. So you need to change it to the past participle. 如果它前面是 has, have, had 的话，它后面的动词变成 past participle. Okay, can 啊？如果它是 perfect tense 的话。Okay, so we learn about verbs. We learn about nouns. Now we are going to learn about adjectives. Okay, when do you see adjectives? Adjectives, they can appear, first place they can appear after is, am, are, was, were. He is tall. They are handsome. The teacher is cool. The teacher is very confident. Okay, so is, am, are 后面能有形容词 so the adjective here is descriptive. Actually, describe and describing can also be adjective, but they are different meaning. Here we want to say 它形容到很仔细 so it's very descriptive. Yeah, so adjectives, they can appear after is, am, are, was, were. Okay, he is handsome. It was very interesting. Okay, so is, am, are, was, were, you can have adjectives. After is, am, are, was, were, you can have adjectives. So remember, it can also appear in front of a noun. It can also appear in front of a noun. 它在名词前面也是可以发生。Okay. 也是可以出现的。Okay. This one looks more tricky than it actually is. This one is more tricky than it actually is. Some of you may overthink it. Okay, but so far okay. Okay, so here looks. Okay, when you see looks, some of you may be confused. You think, looks 是动词来吗？我要形容这个动词嘛？所以我不是应该用 adverb， 我是不是应该用 angrily? Some of you may ask. No, the answer is angry. Why? Because 它是讲，它形容它看起来像什么？它看起来很生气。你不是讲它怎样的看？它怎样的看的话 ，you use the adverb, correct? But you are describing how 它看起来。You're describing him. You're describing he. Okay, he looks angry. You're not describing how he looks. You're describing how he is. He is angry. He looks angry. Okay, so you need to use the adjective here. So here, this looks is what we call a sense verb. 触觉的. So adjective, they can also appear after sense verb like look, hear, smell, taste. Okay, look, hear, smell, taste. It smells delicious. She looks amazing. Other verbs you don't have. Other verbs is not very usual for adjectives to appear. They only appear after sense verbs. Okay, so 3 places adjectives can appear. They can appear in front of noun 在名词的前面 the handsome teacher, or after is, am, are, was, were, the teacher is handsome, or she looks, or after sense verb, she looks beautiful, she looks amazing. Right, so usually only 3 places the adjective appear. They can appear in some others more rarer cases, but these are the 3 more common places where adjectives appear. Okay, 3 most common places. Sorry if I'm going a bit fast. If I'm going a bit fast, you just tell me in Q&A, tell me slow down, explain further. Okay, they inspected the drums containing toxic waste. Look at this sentence. Is it missing a noun? Is it missing a verb? No. The sentence itself is actually quite complete already. Okay, so when the sentence is complete, 那句子已经完整了。你看这空格是形容什么字的？形容 they 吗？还是形容 inspected？ 它形容 they 或形容 inspected？ Okay, it is describing inspected. Inspected 在那边是一个动词来的。所以你要形容动词的话，你要用副词，你要用 ly 的那个。Okay, you need to use the adverb. So the adverb is carefully. Okay, so adverbs are adjective. 通常 most adverbs are like this 啊 adjective plus ly. So care 你要把它变成它的adjective careful，然后再加 ly. Okay, you cannot just add ly carely. No, that no such word. You need to change to adjective, then you add the ly, then you get the adverb. Okay, so 你看这个句子 ，They inspected the drums containing toxic waste。句子已经完整了，已经有名词，已经动词了的，它没有少，它 grammar 已经对了的。So here， so 这个空格是 either 形容前面或形容后面那个字罢了。OK，They inspected， so 它前面没有 ismr， 没有 looks， 它又不是在这个名词的前面，所以它形容这个动词。如果形容动词的话 ，you use the adverb. So adverb you change care, careful, carefully. Okay. So adverbs can appear before or after verb， 在动词前面还是后面。So they inspected, they carefully inspected. My cat is happy to have his dinner. Okay, a good way to know when you need to use an adverb is to see when the sentence is already complete. When the sentence is already grammatically correct, most of the time it is a adjective or an adverb. Okay, here my cat is happy to have his dinner. Happy is a adjective, so you need to have the adverb of incredible. So what's the adverb of incredible? So the adverb of incredible is, so you're describing this verb happy happy 是形容词，所以你要用它 adverb 来形容它形容词。So the answer is incredibly happy. Okay, incredibly happy. So 如果是 le 的话，你变成 ly. A lot of words are like that. Wait. Next slide. Okay, so adverbs can also describe adjectives. We will be late to the meeting. How late will you be? Slightly late. Okay, so same thing, you see, slight 是 adjective， 你加 ly 变成 adverb. Okay, so next one. Lagging again. Lagging ever so slightly. Okay, so adverbs can describe usually adjectives. Most of the time they describe verbs, sometimes adjective. Sometimes also adverbs can describe entire phrases or entire sentences. The audience love his joke. You look at this sentence, the sentence is already complete. The grammar is already correct. They have the noun, they have the adjective, they have the subject, they have the object, they have the verb. They have everything important there already. So here, this verb, the blank is describing the whole sentence. So when you're describing the whole sentence, you need to change to the adverb. So the adverb here, surprise, is surprisingly. Surprising is the adjective, is that ly, so surprisingly. The answer is surprisingly. Wait. Yes. Walao. Okay, so adverbs can also be used to describe entire phrases, sentences. So 它形容整个句子. So interestingly enough, the audience felt that the competition was well organized. But interestingly, here is describing the whole sentence. The audience felt that the competition was well organized. And interestingly is, 你觉得这个句子很 interesting， 你觉得这个事实很 interesting. Okay? So you're describing the whole sentence. Okay, now we've learned about when we can have nouns, when we can have verbs, when we have adjectives, and when we can use adverbs. Where do adverbs appear? Okay, then some of you ask, teacher, even if I know if whether it's an adverb, whether it's a noun, whether it's an adjective, how does that help me in exam? Okay. I'll tell you later. Wait, did I skip? Oh, no, this one, last one. Okay, last one is quite an important rule. The last rule that you're gonna learn about, the last clue, not rule, sorry. The last clue that you're gonna learn for word form. So this one is what they call parallelism. Parallel 是两个，叫么？对形 I forgot what's that called. Okay, parallel, that's parallel. So like this. So you see 这个 and 是前面后面一样的。I like running and swimming. I like to eat, drink, and sleep. 是一样 pattern 的。你看 and 全部前面跟后面是一样的 form 的。So while convenient and for a busy lifestyle, fast foods are typically high in calories, sugar, and salt. So and convenience 是形容词，所以后面 and 也是形容词。所以这边有两个 answer: economical, economic. The answer is economical. Why is it economical? Economical means 经济 means it is cheap. Economic means 经济 means the subject means 关于 economy 的。Economic 关于 economy 的。Economical means 经济翻的经济 means cheap。哎，怀疑两个都是经济，可是 economical 是 cheap，economic 是talking about the economy， 关于那个科目的，关于那个关于经济的，关于那个我们的世界经济、国家的经济的 ，that's economic。如果讲便宜的话是 economical。Okay? So when you see and when you see all, it's all the same form one. She likes cooking, jogging, and reading. One of my colleagues call it balance. It needs to be balanced. Okay? She ran across the yard, jumped over the fence, and sprinted down the alley. You see, ran, jumped, and sprinted, all past tense. Okay? So a lot of you will ask, hey, teacher, if I know whether it's noun, whether it's verb, whether it's adjective, whether it's adverb, I still cannot answer the question. The question is still, I still don't know what to add. Okay. For most words, they follow us. They have a fixed number of prefixes and suffixes. So prefix you add in front, suffix you add at the back. Okay. Out of these two, suffix is very important for when you're learning about word form because suffix 它会变成如果它是名词，它有 certain 的，如果它是 noun 的话，有 certain 的 suffix， adjective got certain suffix, adverbs have got certain suffix, and adverbs got certain suffix. So when you know it's an adverb, or you know the suffix is ly, so 你加 ly. 如果 the suffix is you know the word is adjective. The suffix can be able or al or less or ful. Okay, sometimes it depends on the word, but it helps you to answer the question more easier. Okay, it's easier to answer the question when you know whether it's noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. Okay, so we're gonna learn about prefix first. So here are some common prefix. I'm just going to go through them. So di, this, miss, in, inter, non, un. So these are words that you add in front to make it a different meaning. Like inter, you add to inter in front of national, international. So it means a different. 国家变国际. Okay. So let's see how we add prefixes. So you will very quickly in this sheet, if you don't drink lots of water, if you don't drink a lot of water, you lose a lot of water. You will 缺水这么. Okay, parallel means 平行. So it's 行. Okay, so hydrate, see, it's dehydrate. Dehydrate means losing water. So not deshydrate, not unhydrate, not non-hydrate. All these words don't exist. The only correct answer is dehydrate. Okay. So these are all prefixes. You need to add the word in front. Pre 之前嘛，所以你 add 那个字之前。Oh, I need to go a bit faster, huh? Jump. Okay. So she did not believe him at all and felt that the lie was okay. So it's not inconvincing, it is unconvincing. Okay, it is unconvincing. Yeah, a lot of words are, I cannot explain why, it's just the answer is unconvincing. It's not inconvincing. Okay? So you need to learn a lot of words which prefix suit which word. You need to apologize for these mistakes because these mistakes are. So when you see are, you know, maybe it can be a. Sometimes it can be a ing. Sometimes it can be the past participle, or sometimes it can be the adjective. So which one is it? Here you are describing the mistakes. So you need to use the adjectives. You need to use the adjective. So the adjective of accept is acceptable. Okay, then you want to add the prefix, you know, add 在前面的, so you change the acceptable to unacceptable. Okay, you need to change it to unacceptable. Yep. So acceptable 是它的形容词，然后你要讲不能接受， so 你要加一个不在前面 unacceptable. Okay. You need to change it to adjective first, then you add the un. Okay, this one is okay. Prefixes that start with in. 如果 in 的话，它那个字是 r 的话，你就要用变成 ir, so it becomes irr, irrational, irresponsible. So 如果前面这个字是 r 的话，你就变成 ir. 如果前面字是 l 的话 ，if it starts with an l, then illegal. If it starts with L, illiterate. If it starts with M or P, then I am. Impossible, immature. If it starts with any other words, it's IN. Okay, so these are all prefixes of IN. So如果你知道是 IN 的话 if you know it's IN, then the word starts with R, then you change to IRR. If it's the word starts with L, then ILL. If it starts with M or P, then IM. Other words is IN. Okay, we need to go a bit fast because I only have 10 minutes left. And I have 20 more slides to go. So I'm going to skip a few questions. Okay, so the answer here is, you see this is is 是形容词来的 ，is 是形容词 ，like his, her, our, your. So it's 它后面要有名词 ，so depend 的名词是 dependence， 所以你要加它独立 independence。So the answer here is independence. Okay, so the answer here is independence 啊。你see it's 是名词，是形容词 ，his, her, your, my, 他的 ，OK， 他的名词。So 名词你要 depend dependence， 所以你要加的prefix independence。Okay, I'm gonna skip the next two questions. Okay, so now we're gonna learn about suffix. I'll share the thing later. Okay, this one are suffixes of verb. Later I'll share the document so you know. So ATE, IFY, EN, ISE. This one is the suffix of adjectives. LESS, FUL, OUS, ABLE. This one you should know lah. Huh? Even if you don't know, you just search Google suffixes of adjective. I'll also give you a list later, so don't worry about it. But I'll skip through this. Then, okay, adverbs easy. Usually, most of the time, is adjective plus ly, and some adjectives and adverbs are the same. Okay, no time to make a joke. Okay, so this one is a very few common patterns in suffixes. Okay, how do you differentiate between trainer, trainee, and mentor, mentee, employer, employee? Okay. How do you know which one is which? Okay, very simple rule is usually. Okay, let's do this next question also. Okay, so we need a reference from your former. So this one, a reference means someone who give you extra information, extra background on how you worked. So this one is from your former boss. So your boss is called a employer. This one the answer was employee. Now here is employer. Okay, so the difference between EE and ER is trainer, trainee, mentor, mentee, employer, employee. So trainer is the one that does the training, trainee 是被 train 的那个 ，trainer 是 train 人的那个 ，mentor 是 guide 人的那个 ，mentee 是被 guide 的那个 ，employer 是请人的那个 ，employee 是被请的那个。Okay, so EE is the passive one, ER is the active one. ER is usually the one doing the thing, EE is the one receiving the thing, is the passive one, 被动的。OK，EE 是 ER 是主动做那东西的，EE 是被动的。OK，so like mentor 主动去领导你的、指导你的 ，mentee 是被指导的。employer 是请人的 ，employee 是被请的。OK，so here it's a very easy rule to know when to use EE, when to use ER. Okay, here you see, she decided to search for her mother after her adoptive parents died. For her mother. So mother here is a noun, her is an adjective. So adjective, noun, 中间是什么？中间是也是形容词。So how do you change biology into the adjective? So this one is a very common pattern. Not all words are like this, but a lot of words. Like for example, chemistry, you change to chemical. Physics, you change to physical. Biology, you change to biological. Physiology, physiological. Psychology, psychological. Okay? A lot of words. Philosophy, philosophical. Okay. A lot of words, they have the same ending as this one. Psychology, psychological. Philosophy, philosophical. Okay? A lot of words have the same ICAL. Okay? Especially when we're talking about subjects. Subjects. They have the same ending ICAL. When you change into the adjective form, when you change into the adjective form, this is also very common pattern when you're doing suffixes. Okay? When you're doing suffixes, when you're doing verb form. At your earliest. Earliest here is a 最早的. Okay, you see the EST, don't be confused by the EST. It is still an adjective. So what are you missing here in your sentence? You're missing a noun. So how do you change this? This one is an adjective. How do you change convenient into a noun? So a lot of adjectives and a lot of adjectives they end in ent. Then when you change into noun, you change it to ence. So at your earliest convenience. Okay, you change it into at your earliest convenience. Yep. So a lot of words have the same pattern. So 如果它 ent 是形容词的话 ，ent 是形容词的话 ，enc 变成了名词。So dependent, dependence, present 形容词 ，presence 名词 ，different 形容词 ，difference 名词。Okay, sometimes the ent can be nouns, but a lot of times is the adjective. Then you want to change the noun, you change to ence. Okay, and okay, then a few more to go. Don't have time, don't have time. Okay, here you see a few cases of. Of is a preposition. A preposition, what do you need for preposition? preposition is followed by noun。这个 racist 其实也是 noun 来，它讲种族歧视的人，可是你要讲它种族歧视的那个 idea。So racist is the person having practicing the idea. Then the idea is racism. Okay. This one is not all the time, but it is quite common. This pattern is quite common also, but it's not like for all words, huh? Okay, so IST, ISM. The pattern is this. Okay, so like for example, communism, communist, idealism, idealist. So ISM is the idea, IST is the person having the idea. The person who practices the idea or who has the idea. Okay, 这是工厂主义 ，communist 是工厂党的有工厂主义的人。Like 62. I'm gonna go quite fast in the last few sentences. Okay, this one is very, very common. This one. So one is to hire more people. One equal, one possible. So you need the noun here. Equal, because there's no noun here. One possible, so you change to possibility. Okay, you change it into possibility. Like a lot of words that end with IBLE or ABLE. You change it to ILTY. Okay, like able, change to ability. Possible, possibility. What are words? Yep. Like flexible, flexibility. Adaptable, adaptability. So a lot of words that end with IBLE, ABLE, 这个是它形容词。你要变名词的时候，变成 BILITY, ability. Okay, because the root word is this able, ability. You just remember the root word, then you know. 这个是它形容词，这个是它名词。OK 啊？I think I have this one is the last one. Last slide. Sorry for going a bit over time. 3 minutes over time. I prepared for you an exercise. So the exercise, you can do it on your own time. I'll give you the QR code later, so you can do it on your own time. So here, just now we already discussed about this. Here, you need the adverb because you're describing the whole sentence. So how do you change it to an adverb? Okay. How do you change this to an adverb? Okay, this one is a bit tricky when you are changing it to an adverb because it ends with IC. Okay, a lot of verbs that change with IC at the ends with IC. When you change it to adverb, you need to add the AL first. So the answer is tragically. Okay, a lot of verbs that end with IC, you need to add the AL first before you add the LY. So for example, this word. Okay. I'm going next. Oh, I'm lagging too much. Okay, all done. I know. Next slide. Okay. So like for example, tragic, change to tragically. lagging. And the only exception, the exception is public change to, you don't add AL. Okay, public, you don't change to publicly, you change to publicly. Okay, other words you need to add AL, but publicly you don't need to add AL. Okay, because English is English. There's no 100% rule. Yeah. First rule of English, there are no rules. Okay. These are just clues. It will help you to answer most of the questions, but sometimes there are always exceptions. Okay, so make sure you read a lot. Make sure you remember to read a lot. Okay, so I've planned to give you an exercise to test, but since we have run out of time, I'm gonna just share the QR code here. Oh no, this one is blocked by the quizzes thing. Okay. Can you see all the QR code? So if you want to have more exercises, daily quizzes, you can follow our Instagram page here. I have an Instagram page with my colleague. So it's called ot.english. So you go to Instagram, you search ot.english, you'll be able to follow our Instagram page. Okay. We share daily quizzes, and sometimes we give out essays or sample essays and other resources to help you with your UEC. Okay, and if you want the lecture, you can get it from this QR code. The exercise is this one, and the notes. Okay, the notes are just the lecture, but I just put it into one to film to a more condensed version. Okay, if you have any questions, ask now. 请问去哪里拿练习题做 You just take the QR code here, then you'll be able to answer the questions. If you want, I can give you the link to them also. Hold on. I can give you the QR code. Your class is so funny. Why is my class funny? How is my class funny? I don't want your class to be funny. How is my class funny? Okay. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. Okay, this one is the first one is the link for the exercise, and the second one is the link for the PowerPoint. Hold on, I give you the link for the PowerPoint. Link of PowerPoint, no, this one is exercise. Okay, the link for this one is the PPT lecture. This one is the PPT lecture. So both of them are in quizzes. Okay, so you can print them out or just save them or whatever. The first link I sent is the exercise. Second one is the PowerPoint. Okay, or you can just get it from the QR code here. So please follow ot.english. Any questions, please ask them now. We'll be ending soon. Yep. I hope it helps. Answer live. Done. Answered. Done. Yep. Thank you for coming. Thank you for trying to improve yourself. And I think that's about it. Answered. Yep. Bye, guys.